And we have, once that incident is modeled, we'll throw it on the system, and then the EOC will push out a link on through public affairs, and you can scan that. There's a Q code on there. You can scan it with your handheld device, and then take it with you. Sorry.
So, I've actually stumbled across a couple of references to the UC San Diego supercomputing complex, actually digging into large data sets for fire prevention and prediction. Basically, it's a large data set analysis device built on these large supercomputer complexes in order to watch weather conditions, precipitation across the entirety of Southern California. Is that something that the model here is currently attempting to strive towards, or have you guys surpassed something like that? Or
That's our ultimate goal. However, obtaining updated land cover data is difficult. So we're attempting to find a good source now that we can rely on, that we can keep those updated models, because we'd like to be able to look at what's going to happen next month. Right now, no, we don't have that capability.
So Manny, we have had, like you said, too many fires to really count, but two major ones in the past 15 years, Cerro Grande and Las Conchas. What's left to burn, and what are you concentrating your efforts on, or where should efforts be concentrated?
Typically in this type of country and the conditions that we have a reburn every 20 years. So if you look at the 100-year history of fire in this area, you'll see that the fires were much smaller. As the fuel loading increased, they become much more frequent and much larger. Give you an example, the Water Canyon area around S-Site has burned 4 times in the last 60 years. So typically, if I was to say anything, fire usually comes on us from that back gate area, and the fuel is just regen every year. It just depends on the type of fuel and which way the wind happens to be blowing at the time. But we know right now we do have the fuel condition.
Well, right, from that really good wet season that we had, just exactly what happened in California too. They had that
Exactly.
great wet season and those horrible fires in the fall.
And I know I get accused of this all the time, is when it's raining, they say, well, you're complaining about fire, and it's raining outside. But I look at it 6 months down the road when we've got grass this high, and I guess I'm just guilty.
Are the really big ponderosas that are down, are they fuel, or is it really more of the small stuff?
With the type of fire, or the type of land, or conditions we have now with that grass fire, those heavy fuels that are laying on the ground, 6-7% moisture levels in there, they're readily available as fuel. And the other thing that we would consider when we're looking at a WUI type fire or a interface fire when we're coming into a residential area or the laboratory is the homes themselves become fuel. And we have to consider those in the models as well. Sorry.
Coincidentally, today I lined out my garden hoses and I'm ready to let things down. But I'm wondering if that's counterproductive. If a fire breaks out, everybody starts wetting everything down. Do you lose water pressure and you can't fight the fire, or can you compensate for that?
Major failure during the Cerro Grande fire is once we lost the